While this video features some aspects of the Amish community, our goal is not to discuss their religious practices. Please be respectful. Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy, my husband's Paul. We are so glad you joined us today. Did you see the beautiful horse and buggy and the covered bridge? And we got to Lancaster, Pennsylvania for our anniversary this past weekend, and we did a little filming. We made some great economical, frugal purchases, and we just had a great time. We want to share that with you. We also want to get outside, show you how our garden is doing, the plants we bought in Lancaster, all kinds of wonderful things. As we get into this video, you may hear the hum of our window air conditioner. It is real feel about 110 here in New York today. We are in like a mini heat wave. So our air conditioners, they're only window units, are going nonstop, and we really don't want to turn them off while we're filming. Please forgive us if you hear a hum in the background. That's all it is. The first thing we want to do is wish you a very, very happy 4th of July, Independence Day, 250 years. Now, I know a lot of you comment about what we put on the counter behind us. I like to change it up, kind of go with the theme of the season. This is a picture out of the Buffalo newspaper. That's where Paul's family is from 1926. His grandparents took it out of the paper for America's 150th birthday back in 1926. His grandparents framed it and they gave it to Paul. Take a look at this. Beautiful Lady Liberty holding the flag. So happy 250th birthday to America. So we went to Lancaster for our anniversary. We had a wonderful time. For those of you who know Sight and Sound Theater, we got to see Joshua. It was amazing, just so good. And we also did some stock up shopping, as we always do. And we're going to start with a grocery haul. What we do is we have certain stores and stands that we have marked on our GPS so that we can return to them every time we go. Because some of these little stands are on back roads in the middle of Amish country, and you would never find them again. So we make them a favorite on our GPS, and we always get back to them. Great prices, great fresh produce, as you will see, from the markets and the hardware store. So let's take a look at what we bought. We purchased some great frugal items while we were in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, visiting the Amish country. What I am going to show you is from some local stands, the Bird in Hand hardware store, and then the Shady Maple supermarket. There is a splurge item, well actually two splurge items, but you'll see that in a minute. First thing we're going to share are the items we got at the Shady Maple grocery store. These are locally grown beets. I cannot tell you, look at these. Are you ready for the price? 99 cents a bunch. Why do we love these so much? Well, as having the delicious beetroot, the leaves cooked in olive oil and garlic, are absolutely sweet and delicious. So don't cut these off and throw them away. Saute them, so delicious. Also from Shady Maple are these amazingly beautiful nectarines. The peaches were the same price. Look at this price tag. $1.45 for either the nectarines or the delicious South Carolina peaches. No matter what size head of cabbage, it was 99 cents for the whole head, not a pound. And we still have a corned beef in the freezer, so I'm going to make some crock pot corned beef and cabbage. Now let's move on to the Bird in Hand hardware store. I always tell you this, if you are in the Bird in Hand area, go to the Bird in Hand hardware store and get yourself some great prices on food. Here we have cream cheese, $1.45 a package. We bought 2 and they're good till December of 2026. So it's not like these are discontinued or going out of date. We also bought 3 pounds of the Walnut Creek butter. These are good till August, and we paid $2.40 a pound for the butter. These are stock up prices. This was an amazing find. They had pitted dates with no sulfites added, just dates. $3.60 a pound, $5.02 for this entire package of pitted dates. We eat a lot of dates. They're really good for us. It's a natural sugar, so this was a great price. We stuff dates with a little bit of peanut butter and then stick them in the refrigerator. You can shave some chocolate on top. What a treat. If you follow us, you know we always pick up cheese in Bird in Hand. This is the Monterey Jack Longhorn, $3.24 a pound. What we do is cut it into pieces and Paul will put it in the food saver and we freeze it. Here we have our little treat item. This is the Lebanon Original Bologna. If I am saying that incorrectly, please correct me, but I believe it's Lebanon. And this was $6.45 for 12 ounces, but this is Paul's favorite and his dad's. And we probably get about 4 packs a year, so this is a treat. Again, Paul takes them, puts them in packages of 2 or 3, and he food savers them and they go right into the freezer. Now the last 2 items, we stopped at roadside stands. We look for places that we can see the chickens are on free run, and these were $3 a dozen. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the size of these eggs. We just had one this morning, so good. And then the last stand we stopped at had green beans. Beautiful. Look at these, fresh off the vine. I think we paid $5 for this bag, and it is huge, just filled with great, delicious, fresh string beans. The Amish, again, sell their wares at the end of their driveways, and you come and you can pick, and it's on the honesty system where you just put money in a jar or a little container for them. So this is what we picked up in the way of food. Super frugal, except our little splurge item. Great prices, and we're going to process the beets right away, freeze a lot of this, and eat some yummy nectarines, the first of the season. Shady Maple Food Store is amazing. Their local produce is so reasonably priced, fresh, beautiful. If you are in that area, I would encourage you to check out the produce. They are just amazing. And we did take some of the vegetables and prepare them. So we're just going to give you a quick clip that you can refer to over the summer as you start taking vegetables from your garden or farm stands, or the supermarket and putting them away in the freezer for the cooler weather. So these techniques work pretty well. So let's get into the kitchen and quickly show you what we did with the string beans and the beets. What I did was I left about an inch or so of stem on each beet, and I wrapped them in foil. I didn't add any oil, nothing like that. But this is a great way to roast them instead of putting on the oven. And I just cover them and I put it on high, and they're going to cook for about 4 hours until completely tender, and then we will peel them. So this is a great way to eat beets in the summer without heating up your kitchen. And of course, I scrub them, and I scrub them well. When you first take them out of the crock pot, be super careful. They're very, very hot. And what I do is just put them on a dish on the counter, open them up, and let them cool. I just do a couple at a time. I wait for them to cool, and then I just peel them. The skin comes right off. Here are the ones I did. Look how beautiful they are. Perfectly, perfectly cooked beets. Do not leave them wrapped in foil, sealed tight for any amount of time on a counter. Very, very dangerous. It can grow some pretty nasty things. So what you want to do is, as soon as they're cool enough to handle, you're going to peel them, get them in a separate container, and refrigerate them promptly. Again, never leave them sealed in the aluminum foil on the counter for any length of time. Now we are moving on to our fresh string beans. I just blanched the fresh string beans for 3 minutes, that's it. And now I'm going to take them carefully and put them into an ice water bath. We want to shock them to keep that fresh green color and to stop the cooking process so they don't get mushy. And we're going to let them sit in this water just about 2 minutes. After we cooled them in that ice bath, we drain them in a colander. And now what I'm doing is just laying them on a clean cotton cloth. What we want to do is dry them best we can. Look at the color of these. And we did keep a bunch out to eat now. And then these we're going to vacuum seal and freeze. And then what we're going to do is just roll this. And we want these to dry before we freeze them, because you don't want ice crystals. So we're just going to leave this for a minute, let it dry off.
So we just took our green beans out of the freezer and they are nicely frozen. And this way, when we package them up and put them back in the freezer, we can open the package and take what we need and then put the rest back in. What I like to do is, because to save room in the freezer, I try to pack my bags, try to make them flat. This way you can stack them and get more room in the freezer for more food. So there you have it. 2 bags of fresh green beans. And just a quick note, always date them so you know when you package them.
Another thing we love to do when we get to Amish country is check out the local crafts and the local thrift stores. What's so great about some of the local thrift stores is some of the Amish will donate items that they made themselves and don't use anymore. So when you go into a thrift store in Lancaster County, you never know what you're going to find. So being it was our anniversary weekend, Paul wanted me to pick out some things and I had a ball. So you have got to see the treasures we found. Let's take a look. We also love to go thrifting while we're there. There are so many wonderful thrift stores in Lancaster County. The first one we stopped at was the Bird Hand Thrift Store. I think it's a Renews It store. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. And this was our anniversary weekend, so we did have a little extra to spend on some treats. So the first thing I picked up were these gorgeous, gorgeous placemats. They were $1 a piece. There's 4 of them. Look at these. They're so pretty. They have that primitive kind of country look, and I just fell in love. So $4 for these for 4. These 2 placemats I thought were so gorgeous. Look at the other side. Just such pretty pattern. Again, they were 2 for $2. I thought for autumn, even if I don't use them for placemats, they would look gorgeous in the center of the table around autumn with some dried flowers or fruit. Just the colors were amazing. This is another one I got from there. This is a table runner, again in that primitive kind of country folk look, $2. I thought for my table for 4th of July, let me fix that. For 4th of July, this would be just so pretty for $2. So just some fun finds. You know me, I love really good linens. And then this was just a little added perk, $1, a nice heavy towel, either for the bathroom or the kitchen, I thought, for a hand towel. And just adorable. So that was $1. So that's what we got at Bird in Hand. If you've followed us for any length of time, you know we have these beautiful flowers on our stone wall in our side garden area, sitting area. Well, we needed some new ones. These were $2 a piece, handmade. You can see that they were being sold on the side of the road by some Amish children, and we couldn't resist. They did such a good job. $2 a piece. And then in New Holland, we went to another thrift store. This one was called Freedom Thrift.
So I saw this in the thrift store and I said to myself, $3, I'm sure it works. If not, I could probably fix it, but it's a doorbell, a wireless battery powered doorbell. And believe it or not, our house here in New York does not have a doorbell. People have to knock, and it's a split level home. So if we're downstairs, we can't hear if you're upstairs. So this is really great. We tried it out. We put batteries in it, tried it out. It works wonderful.
Ready?
Who is it? So there you go. That was a good deal for me.
And then for myself, I picked up some books at the thrift store, small batch baking, which I thought was just great because there's really just Paul and I 90% of the time. So this is going to be fun. I already started this book. It's called Unblinded Faith. It's a 90-day devotional. Super excited. I started it today. Just wonderful. I got the book Sacred Holidays, Less Chaos, More Jesus. Love that. And A Woman's High Calling. I really like Elizabeth George's writing, and I don't believe I have this one. So these were like $1 a piece. So this is our little non-food haul. Again, it was our anniversary, so we got a couple of extra little things, but everything on this table is under $20 altogether. So pretty darn amazing. The thrift store in New Holland has got the best selection of books I have ever seen in a thrift store. And they're all in order and they're all in sections, your cookbooks and your biographies, and they have antique books, just amazing. So super fun to go there, and I was very pleased with my treasures, and they're all things that I know I will use. Some of the other items that the Amish sell are plants. They are master gardeners. Unless you've driven the area, you have no idea the beauty of their gardens, how they keep their grounds You drive by at 8 in the morning, the women are out there working already. You drive by at 7 o'clock at night, they're still out there. I mean, I'm sure they came in and out and had meals, but wow. The last night we were there, Paul found a back road we had never traveled. And that's unusual because we've hit a lot of them. It was about 5 o'clock, not late. And we came upon a Amish woman selling plants. One look at her yard, I wanted to take every single one of them home. They were so reasonably priced. They were so healthy, and they were perennials. And you know we talk about plants and frugality with the word perennial, because that is a plant that will come up year after year after year. Unlike annuals that you plant, they die, your money's gone. We're going to show you the plants we picked up. While we were buying them, I did look at pictures on my cell phone, and I saw they were beautiful. I did some research, but you all tell me, the plants that we're going to show you that we bought, what are some tips and tricks to make them bloom, to keep them healthy? Because you all are great gardeners. I would love any tips or information you can share on these plants, please. And then we're also going to give you a quick tour of our garden. Oh my goodness, you have to see in a month how big everything has gotten. So let's turn this camera around and get outside. Another thing that the Amish do is they sell plants at the end of their driveway. And you can see how beautiful and healthy these are. We're going to tell you what we got. We're not even sure what some of them are, but it's going to be great. We're going to plant them. So let's start over here. And they're all between $2 and $3 a potted plant. So the first one, we got 2 different kinds of dahlias. This one here is called Mingus Randy, M-I-N-G-U-S Randy. I'm not sure, but I saw the picture of it and it was beautiful. And then this is Anatole, A-N-N-A-T-O-L. So both these dahlias will be planted. And then these 2 plants right here are called Pink Dreaming Swan. So this one and this one sounds absolutely beautiful. I don't know what they are, Pink Dreaming Swan, but that works for me. And then these 2 tall ones right here are Lavender Obedience, they're called. So we're going to do some research, make sure we're planting them in the correct sunlight. They're just so healthy and beautiful. And again, these are perennials, meaning they're going to come up year after year. And then these 2 we have back here, they almost have like a succulent feel to them. And these are called sedum, S-E-D-U-M. Look at how beautiful these are, how healthy. And we spent some time just chatting with the woman who was selling them, old order Amish. She was very gracious. I wish I could have taken pictures of her yard and gardens, but I was a good girl. I didn't even ask. I know you can't take pictures of them, but I didn't want to make them feel prideful, but their homes are just amazing. These are our new little perennials. We're excited to get them in the ground, and we'll keep you posted on them. So here's our container garden when we started, literally like maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. Here they are now.
So let's take a look at our container garden. It is doing fabulous. Now this tomato plant right here is a mystery plant. It grew from seed. We found it inside
Another plant.
Inside another plant. We transplanted it to its own pot. And look, we already have some fruit on there. So yeah, they're doing great. We don't know what they are, but they probably are a variety of
some kind of cherry tomato, I guess, or grape tomato.
Now these tomato plants we purchased, I don't know what the name of these
were
are.
just called sweet tomato.
These are sweet tomato.
Yes, that's what they called them.
And of course we have some more down here.
This was a mystery too.
Oh yeah, here's another mystery tomato. This one came up also in the soil when we started planting. So we separated them, put them in their own pots. And so we have two or three plants here that are mystery plants. Oh, well, we have more mystery plants to show you too, because something else came up. Here's banana peppers. Look at the fruit on these guys already. I don't know if you can see them back there.
Look at these.
Look at that. I mean, those guys are getting big, and we have about 2 or 3 on each plant.
These are all organic. The only soil we use is our compost, literally. And we just mix it up, and it is just doing so beautiful.
More tomatoes. We have more peppers in the back, I believe.
And you know what I love about container gardening? When it comes to weeding, you just kind of like reach in and weed. It's the best. I think these are serrano peppers, if I'm not mistaken. Here's our basil looking really beautiful. I have to trim today, so I'm going to get out here and harvest a bunch of this and freeze it. These are our jalapenos right along here. And then over here we have cucumbers. Look at them. Is this amazing?
Cucumbers are really taking off. Lots of flowers. We have pink flamingo here that are guarding them against our woodchuck, and they're doing well. And then over here is another mystery plant. We don't know if it's a pumpkin, but it sprouted in a pepper plant, so we left it. So here's a pepper plant with this squash. So we don't know what it is.
No. And then these peppers here, 2 of them, and then there's 2 in the back over there, are our pimento peppers. So the garden is really taking off. We encourage you. Sorry, somebody's building a house next to us and you can hear it. So we just encourage you. Container gardens really do produce food. We can't stress that enough. How about we grew cucumbers? We have never ever grown them in our lives, and we are so excited that they love our soil so much. They're just getting bigger and bigger. So our garden is doing good, and we tell you all the time, if you don't want a big garden or you don't want to be bent over pulling weeds, things like that, a container garden is the way to go. Today's question of the day: what are you growing? Are you growing anything this year? Even if it's herbs, that's something you are growing yourself. Share with us down below if your garden is a 1 pot or a ½ acre or 2 acres. We would love to hear what you all are growing, and have you started harvesting anything yet? Here in the Northeast, we are way behind the rest of the United States, that's for sure, as far as crops being ready to pick, but ours are getting there. So please share that with us down below. We thank you again for spending time. We ask that you please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on in and be part of our family. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you. Happy 4th of July.